So I just wanted to talk a little bit today around a couple of collectible series that I think are really cool to have and are actually really valuable and I think will increase with value over time. And so I just wanted to sort of share that with everyone. And what I'm finding is on eBay, when these series are posted together or put as a package, or even in CCG and then put as a package, they're actually worth exponentially more. So this first series I'm talking about here is the Carnage series. It's Amazing Spider-Man 361, 362, and 363, which basically is the introduction to Carnage. It's basically the offspring of Venom. So actually these two books, 362 and 363, were really easy to find. And as a matter of fact, you probably can find it in any comic book store. The 361 is a tough one because that's the first issue with Carnage in it, and it's going to take a little while for you to find one that's worthwhile and at the right price. Typically you shouldn't be paying more than $30 for that thing, and hopefully you can get it around $20 to $25. But the idea is to get it in excellent condition. Do not get this in poor condition. It's too new of a book for you not to be trying to get the best. So that's the first series. And I'm going to CCG these as well. Essentially, that'll be one of my collections. Now, next, what I wanted to show was number 700 Spider-Man. And there's a couple variants on there, but you can see this is the original 700 cover that came out. And this is the variant one of the variants associated with the covers by Ramos. And this is actually a really cool cover, very, very hard to find. There's two other books that I'm not showing here that are also variants of this cover. I have not really gotten them, but basically I think you get the four set, and I think it's a pretty cool collector's item also to have. So the number 700 Amazing Spider-Man, really, really cool. The last just came out, and I thought this was pretty cool because I'm looking ahead, and basically DC's coming out with this villain series, and I wanted to show you how cool this was. So essentially, DC came out. It's going to be the only time they do this. It's basically a month worth of villains. Every week they're going to be releasing villains on the front of covers. And what's really cool about it is you can see this one is Batman and Robin, and then they wrote Two-Face over the top of it, like he sort of etched it in or spray painted it in the top of these things. And they have one as a normal comic, and then they have the other as a lenticular. I don't know if you can kind of see this through the video, but that lenticular makes it 3D, and it actually kind of moves a little bit, and it's really cool. It is real 3D, and they did a really nice job with it. So I think this is a cool series to collect. You can see they got Two-Face, and then they have Ventriloquist here for Batman. You can see that here's the original. There's Ventriloquist. Another one I like here is Superman, and it's kind of funny. You got Bizarro sort of sketching over it, and whatever, spray painting over it for Superman. And then you have Green Lantern, which is Relic, and this is really cool. His hand comes right out at you in this. And here's the normal version. Poison Ivy, I think this is actually the best one out of all of them, and looks really, really cool. And then you have Joker, which you can see Joker right here for that. And then I guess my personal favorite, Darkseid. And some of these all have origins. Some of these have origin stories about the villain, and they're going to come out with a different villain every week for this month. I think there's one more villain that I don't have here is Flash, and Flash is not one of my more favorite characters. But what a nice collection to have, and over time, put it in a CGC, and I guarantee you, it will be worth something. As a matter of fact, they actually had a short run of these, and they only got I think 1 in 20 at some of these comic book stores, and so this run is it. And there's actually limited amounts out there. Anyway, you get it for $3.99. I think it'll be worth way more than that very soon, and I think it's a really cool collection to have.